It's the day, it's the finals of the WPL 2024. We're less than 24 hours away. We will see the Delhi Capitals locking horn versus the Royal Challengers Bangalore. It's going to be a thrilling of a contest as we are guaranteed a new WPL champion. I have Vaishali with me for the first time. Vaishali, thank you for joining. And as a whole, if you can sum it up, 21 matches, including yesterday's eliminator. What a thriller of a game it was. But how proud are you for the girls, and how many talents could you scout in these among these 2 weeks?
Thank you, Preetham, first of all, for having me, and thank you everyone for joining and viewing us. Yeah, definitely. What a tournament we have had. Like last time, it was only in one location, but this time in Bangalore and in Mumbai. I myself had the opportunity to go and watch some matches live, and it was incredible to see the supports that they've got, to see the level of cricket that was played all across the games that we have had very close encounters, some different champions or different players stepping up for their respective teams at different occasions. So, like it was, I can only say that I was so proud to see the atmosphere, to see the girls getting the opportunity, and to see the Indian cricket going forward. So it was one hell of a ride. We all dreamt of this day when WPL will come, when the girls will get the platform. They finally got it, and I have no fear, or I can admit this proudly that the way they have stood up, the way they have shown the improvement as compared to the previous WPL has been immense, and the way is just the future is just bright, and I cannot wait for what the future holds for us.
Absolutely no brainers with that. But as a whole, the two teams that are facing tomorrow, that is Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Mumbai Indians slowly slipping out of the final. But if you can speak a little bit about Gujarat Giants and UP Warriors, we've already spoken yesterday. But Mumbai as a whole, what mistake did they do? What was the reason behind they couldn't progress to the finals yesterday?
See, I feel Mumbai Indians were actually pretty much in the game. The way they had started with the ball, getting those 3 wickets early, getting Smriti and Sophie Devine out in the power play itself. And then, they were not able to get the wicket of Ellis Perry. But we know that what mindset Ellis Perry has carried, right? I think the mindset that she has always been a big match player where the team needs the support in the knockout matches. She has performed even for Australia and even in the WPL for RCB wherever it mattered the most. I think what Mumbai lacked is probably, more application with the bat. They knew that, they were always in the game 135 any day with the way how Harmanpreet chased down against Gujarat Giants that mighty knock of 91. You knew that you were in the game, but I think the application was missing. The game awareness was missing. You needed 20 runs from 16 balls, and then you end up losing it by 6 runs. I think the application was missing, especially from Harmanpreet Kaur, I would say, because she was set there. She knew how the wicket was behaving. She got a chance in that over. Richa missed the
Correct.
stumping. Still going and playing that shot, and she knew that after her, it will be difficult for any player to come in and hit those shots. If she cannot do when she was staying in the pitch for so long, it was very difficult for others. So I think more or less the way they have applied themselves, because they did extremely well with the ball. We cannot say, the last over was expensive or something. 135 any day in a knockout was gettable, the way Mumbai Indians have batted. But the application their batters have shown was very disappointing to see, and more importantly from Harmanpreet Kaur. She has always been a big match player. She has done that time and again for India and for Mumbai Indians for that matter as well. But I think they lacked intent, they lacked the application, more so the awareness whom they should have, targeted. The longer boundary wasn't in place when Shriyanka was
Yep.
bowling. So was it worth to take the risk? And after Harmanpreet and Amelia Kar, there were Amanjot, Humaira Kazi, and Humaira Kazi and Pooja Vastrakar, who have not had the chance so far to go and get those beginnings. Because we have seen wherever Mumbai's top order has performed, they were absolutely chill pill. They were winning the games easily. But wherever it was down to the lower order or lower
Yep.
middle order, we have not seen people finishing games from there. So this is what I feel. Some better application with the bat could have made the difference for Mumbai Indians, and they absolutely know how to win the championship. So it was very disappointing to see the performance from them.
Absolutely agreed. But one point you mentioned that she is a big match player, she scores runs, etc. But when it comes to taking responsibility, do you expect a player like Harmanpreet Kaur to just be more responsible and finish games off, especially this kind of game? 20 runs needed of 16 balls, you expect a good team to finish off. But as you mentioned, she knew that once she gets out, if she gets out, then the next batsman is going to be difficult to hit from ball one. And that's exactly what she said in the post match presentation, that after I got out, there was nobody who could hit that one boundary, which is absolutely difficult. So, don't you think that responsibility needs to be taken more from her?
If you're talking about the statement that she has made, so I always feel like when you convey any emotions or when you convey any thoughts, your choices of words matters a lot. The way you put up your thoughts, the way you carry that feelings out to the public, it can be portrayed in a very difficult or very different manner to what you feel. And we've always seen that case with Harman. Whenever she had that post-match presentation, the way that she portrays some things has been taken out from the context than what she actually means. So obviously the responsibility, the way she portrays her thoughts can also, like, the words of choice can be better. Choice of words can be better. And also with respect to the responsibility, I already mentioned that she should have been there till the end to ensure that she finishes the game, because the wicket was very sluggish, it was difficult to hit, and that's why we saw that Smriti did not give any single over to Shraddha Pokarkar, who was actually playing mainly only as a bowler. She did not even get a single ball in the entire match, like not even a single ball. So that speaks volume that the wicket was so sluggish that it was ball was holding up, it wasn't coming to bat nicely. And the way they have kind of utilized the longer boundary of the stadium was very very pleasing to see. So she could have stayed. If not for that shot, like, you already got a lifeline. Why would you like to take a chance? But yeah, as a right-hander, you would like to, go against the off spinner. But we know that the longer boundary was in play. So obviously, she could have taken the responsibility and finished the game for her team, as well as she could have taken the responsibility or could have chosen the word more wisely when she portrays her emotion.
Absolutely, 100% agree. This is what I wanted to hear, and this is what you explained pretty well. Now we move on to what Royal Challengers Bangalore and the Delhi Capitals have done as a whole, roading to the finals. For the Delhi Capitals, the champion side, as we all said, table toppers once again directly may book their flight in the finals. At the home ground, we're just losing two games, one at the Bangalore leg, one that close encounter versus the UP Warriors. How do you sum it up this season? Are they the team to beat once again? Definitely in the finals, but what keeps them so strong? Is it Meg Lanning who leads the team so well, or is it the rest of the 10 players who play as a unit and so play really well?
I think what makes them special is the match winners that they have in their team. If you see their journey across the matches that they have played, it's not only single player who has done the job for them. You might not see a performance like a century or a six for like how Ellis Perry has taken for RCB, or five for like how Asha Shobna has taken it. But you have seen different individuals stepping up to a different occasion, putting their heads up that I'm going to take the responsibility is what made them truly special. And I feel this team is the most balanced team across all the five teams, even in the last WPL as well, even the current WPL as well. So they have the most balanced team, plus the all-rounders that they have are all experienced. If you talk about Jess Jonathan, if you talk about Alice Capsey, if you talk about Marizan Kapp, I think if you have these kind of players in your team, you know that more than you saying them what needs to be done, they know this is what they need to do for their team to make to get the win out of there, or to understand the game situation well, that this is what I need to do as a team. So I think the composure Meg Lanning brings, obviously we know she is a legend. She has won so many World Cups. She knows how to win championships. She knows how to get the best out of the player. And more importantly, she was backing the players, the domestic players, which was very pleasing to see. We have seen Arun Reddy, she might not have the great matches in the initial this thing, but she actually went ahead and backed her. So she was backing each and every individual player, which was very pleasing to see. So Mag Lennings definitely make an impact in any team she goes. She is a leader of the pack. She knew that she has the best team, but she has to get better from every player. So the
Absolutely.
mindset, I think mindset makes the most amount of difference. But I feel the player and the maturity that they have shown, different individuals stepping up, is the key. DC has. Has that as an asset, and they have actually come into the finals because of that.
Absolutely, and also they have gotten enabled Sutherland with a big bunch amount, but just like you said, the experience is there that they couldn't fit her anymore in the squad because Jess Jonathan in the Kotla pitch is working well, and that's the reason why they have stuck to those kind of teams. Tita Sadhu is somebody they are unable to fit her into the squad. They tried a Minnu Mani the previous game, and that worked out against the Gujarat Giants. So it will be interesting to see also a little bit of which pitch they play on. So as a whole, the Delhi Capitals, they are a formidable side, and they will continue to be, I think, a little bit favorites going into the finals against the Royal Challengers Bangalore, just because at the home den for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. If you can talk about, you've spoken about Harmanpreet Kaur, the way she led Mumbai Indians in the previous game. Somehow a little bit you can say 20 of 16 balls they choked. How come Royal Challengers Bangalore 20 of 16, 16 balls, 20 runs? Smriti Mandhana leading from the front. How well did they cope up? Having spinners from both ends in the penultimate over as well as in the final over. How did Royal Challengers Bangalore perform yesterday?
I think absolutely freak performance it was, I would say, like holding the nerve so well when you know that it can actually like no who will believe that you have 7 wickets in hand, 20 runs
Yeah,
needed, 16 balls, and you will gonna not win the game. Especially like the way you have started with the bat and coming out from that phase itself. Because if you lose 3 or 4 wickets, you will go into a shell. But I think, yesterday the key was Alice Perry. And I believe that if it would have been any other player apart from Alice Perry, I don't
yeah,
think so RCB would have met because Alice Perry had that confidence. She knew how to perform on the big stage, and I think it is that mindset that she carries, the Australian, the typical mindset that they have that they don't give up until it is done. So I think it is more about that momentum Alice Perry has brought, and even the last ball six from Georgia Wareham
yeah.
that made the difference because that was the winning margin. So
Absolutely.
the way I think it's more better than Smriti has definitely done well as compared to last year with respect to her captaincy. She is also captain in domestic circuit in Maharashtra and as well as the West Zone, and she has done well. So overall her captaincy has improved from last year, but I think more so even better than the captaincy the players stood up, and more specifically Alice Perry, Sophie Molinque, and Georgia Wareham, and even Shranka Patil for that matter. How difficult it is, right, for Shranka Patil? She has a finger injury, she
Yeah,
twisted her ankle, still coming and bowling with that heart. Even if I go for a six, she was bowling to Harmanpreet Kaur, one of the best hitter in the entire WPL. But still, she has the heart to give that flight, ask Harmanpreet
correct.
to come charge down in six. So I think more than what Smriti has done, it's about the players in this particular case, I would say. Smriti has definitely improved with respect to her captaincy. But the players and Asha Chopra, how can we forget 12 runs needed? And she said, yeah, I can do it. So I
Correct.
follow Asha Chopra very closely, like right from her domestic. She has had a very
Okay.
stellar season in Pondicherry when in Seniors One Day Trophy. She had a fifer against Karnataka in the One Day Trophy, and she took a fifer against UP Warriors in the first game. So the way even the players have evolved. See, I always believe that RCB was always a good team. Even in the first WPL, if you see, they had Sophie Devine, they had Heather Knight, they had Smriti Mandhana, Renuka Singh, Richa Ghosh, everyone. Still, they were not able to win. It's because of the chopping and changes that they do. It's not that they have not
Absolutely.
done this time as well. They have done this time as well. But it somehow it is coming up well from for them because they are winning it and the other players are doing it for them. That's why it is not getting spoken up so much. But they did so miserable changes sometimes that I was wondering like why would you do that to any team?
Correct.
Like you backed S Meghna for the longest time. She played some good innings, and then you're backing, and then you took Disha Kasat in the team and sending her at 7 and 8. I mean, who does that? She's a timing player. She's a player like
Yep.
Jemima who rotates strike and all that. So even opening with Sophie Molinque, I mean,
Yeah,
like
that's
with
what
you
I
have
was
Sophie
about to
Devine,
come to you.
yeah, they have
Yeah,
Sophie Devine, and you back players by giving them the chances for the spots their bets suited it, not by demoting them or not by giving the chances at any other number. So it is not getting speaking, is it's not getting noticed or not being spoken about so much because they are winning it. But they've also done blunders, is what I wanted to say. They always do this chopping and changes, which nobody can understand why are they doing so. But if it is ending well, I mean, it's good.
Absolutely. And just like you said yesterday, they were 84 or 89 for five at certain stage. The last 5 overs, RCB got 50 runs with the help of Elise Perry. That's kind of a warrior kind of performance. And the six with Georgia Wareham hit in the last ball, that could be the turning point. That turned out to be the only result that ended. But I think RCB will get the confidence and they will really do well in the final. But it will be seeing who can they defeat the Delhi Capitals. Going on to the captaincy record, you spoke really well about both the captains, but as a whole, when it comes to runs, McLanning was in the orange cap unit, and then suddenly Elise Perry has just overtaken an Australian, overtaking an Australian. Not surprised for the first time, but both of the batters are openers. One a bit fluid kind of player, while Smriti Mandhana wants to be a conservative in early on. Can you see both of them playing freely in a high voltage game, or expect still Smriti to be a little bit responsible and a bit conservative?
I think it's more about how they're going to come up with their approach because Smriti, we know, is often getting out to an off spinner. Like we have seen
Correct.
this
Yeah.
matchup for longest time now, off spin versus Smriti. But Delhi Capitals, it would be like interesting to see who will Delhi Capitals gonna pay because they might continue with Minu or for that matchup. But I think Meg Lanning, she absolutely knows, yeah, how to play in such kind of matches, especially the final ones. So I think I expect her to go the similar way that she was doing all across. But with respect to Smriti, I would say like I think it's okay if you take some time, see off those overs from the off spinner or where you are struggling to go with the flow. So just take some time because we know what Smriti can do, right? Smriti can actually hit the longest six and she has hit so far in this WPL.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
I would like Smriti to just spend some time and see probably the other person who is on strike. Maybe if Sophie Devine can actually ease off that pressure from her, Sophie Devine can go big and then hit, and Smriti can take some time, and then we know what Smriti can do. She can absolutely be beautiful when she drives it. But Meg Lanning, absolutely, you can see a square cuts, you can see cover drives, offside. Just keep an eye on the offside, and I think you're gonna see some gorgeous shots again from her.
Absolutely, very well explained. And both the captains will be looking forward to get the maiden WPL title. Now, coming to the pitch report, yesterday was a little bit turning pitch. We saw 135 runs defended, and I like to see low scoring games, but Arun Jaitley Stadium recently has given us a lot of high scoring games as well. It will be interesting to see what kind of wicket they choose for the final. But Delhi Capitals and Royal Challengers Bangalore, I've said it before as well, that Royal Challengers Bangalore prefer to bat first and defend targets because that could be their strength. But Delhi Capitals just have strength in both the units. They have batting, bowling as a whole. So toss will be a little bit factor, Vaishali, I think. But RC would be happy batting first, is it?
I think more than the pitch, the dimension will matter a lot. It will be interesting to see which pitch they're gonna choose because we have seen like wherever they've chosen a one pitch, the dimension of one boundary is just 44 meters, and which is absolutely, like not up to the mark to the standard that the girls have set for their games. So, power play, if even if it clears the infield, it's gonna go for four. So more than the pitch, I think the dimension will matter a lot. We'll like to see which pitch they're gonna play. Is it a center one? Is it a corner one? But we have seen that the pitch has behaved a little sluggish in
Yeah.
like especially the last one. So I think the toss will not make a huge impact because we have seen in yesterday's games also that the dew wasn't coming. So if the dew
Yeah.
isn't coming, you can build your chairs really well. And especially if knockouts are there, people prefer to bat first because the scoreboard pressure
Yeah.
is real. That's why even Smriti decided to bat first in the eliminator. But I think DC should be absolutely happy both the ways because they have defended and they have the players to put the score on the board and defend it as well. It's more about RCB, like how would they, as you said, they prefer to bat first, and if they get into the similar situation, I can assure you that it's not it's Mag Lenning, so you won't see like after getting 30 for three or something, they're gonna still go ahead and get 136 with the ballers that they have. So. And I would just like to say Jemima's role tomorrow will be most important for Delhi Capitals irrespective of the pitch or irrespective of the wicket they're gonna play. Jemima has absolutely been the best. She knows how to build innings. She is hitting with power, and she's more importantly, she's so good between the wickets that she is able to get the scoreboard ticking. So I think Jemima will play a key role tomorrow for Delhi Capitals for sure, is what I'm gonna say.
Okay, that's an interesting point because the next we were about to talk was the three players to watch out for both the teams. And I'm so sorry to say, but I have not picked Jemima Rodriguez out here. But my three players for Delhi Capitals is Meg Lanning, Murray's and Cap, and Radha Yadav. But for RCB, it is definitely Smriti Mandhana, Elise Perry, and Shriyanka Patil. If you can sum up these six players and their importance in this season, and what can you expect in the final for me, please?
Yeah, sure. So with starting with Meg Lanning, captaincy as well as the opening stand that she's gonna put with Shafali Verma. Just watch out for the offside, guys. I've already said it. She's gonna hit some good shots there, and the way you can probably keep Meg Lanning, what do you say, like quiet for some time is probably just cover the offside, put one player at the third, and see if he can still hit it. So that's why you can do against her. But you can absolutely be sure that even if there is one fall shot or something, she'll gonna make sure that her team is in the position. And we might see a approach that Mag Lanning takes a kind of second fiddle to Shafali and gives the license to Shafali to just go and put the pressure because that's when you can use the power play best. And Meg Lanning can still be there around and see the other batters around her. So absolutely, she's gonna be absolutely important for Delhi Capitals tomorrow. And more so with her captaincy, her changes have been spot on with bowling and the way that she's rotating the players. You spoke about Annabelle Sutherland coming in for Marizan Cap for some games. We spoke about Tita Sadhu coming in for Tita Sadhu coming in and then Minu Mani coming in. It's morely based on the oppositions that they play. So I don't expect a lot of changes again in Delhi Capitals tomorrow, but Mag Lanning will absolutely be the key with respect to her captaincy as well as the calm that she's gonna bring in the game. I think it's more about handling the pressure tomorrow because both the teams have done well to be here. So it's about the calm and the nerves that which is the team who tackles his best will gonna win
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
For
And it's,
Madison, yeah,
yeah,
sorry, go
please go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, I thought I'll just continue for all the players, but if you have something, please go ahead.
No, no, I was about to say that the experienced players will be very key in such a high voltage game, to be very honest. But yes, I'll just sum it up. The Indian players, the Radha Yadav and the Shriyanka Patil, both are young but very experienced. Shriyanka Patil, we saw yesterday the penultimate over she bowled, I guess 3 or 4 runs and the important price tag wicket of Harmanpreet Kaur that completely changed the game. Radha Yadav had a wonderful season so far, has picked 10 wickets and the economy is really nice, to be very honest, and has kept the balance for Delhi Capitals. She has also, for the first half of the tournament, her performances has kept Jess Jonathan out of the side as well. So that's a very good thing. Smriti Mandana and Meg Lanning, both the captains have to step up in the very important game. And Murray's and Cap, you were about to say, and I'll give it back to you. Murray's and Cap for you, please.
Yeah, I think watch out for her in power play. 2 or 3 wickets and the game will be in DC's favor. So the way she uses the crease, the way she's swinging the ball in, like her and Shikha Pandey, both of them, the way they
Yeah.
are, getting the ball talk, getting the seam movement out of the pitch is really has helped DC a lot. So again, she's a big match player, Marizan Cap, and she has done so well so far for DC. We expect her to come good again, more so with her batting as well. Because I will tell you one thing, DC also, if you see the top 5 batters, they are good, but they do not have many finishers. If
Yeah,
Jess
correct.
Jenoson get out, Ellis Capsy get out, they do not have finishers. So it's very important that somebody has to be there and make sure that DC gets to a good score if they bat first or even if they bat second. There has to be a top order, a top four or three or four players who one of top three or four players who would they want to stay till the end. So
Yep.
that is the one key DC would like to see because once Desiree get out, it's Radha Yadav, it's Shikha Pandit, it's Arundhati Reddy who are there, and we saw what happened with the games against the UP Warriors. They couldn't chase,
Yeah.
1 run in the 3 4 balls. They just got out. So absolutely, they wouldn't want to do that. And with respect to RCB, apart from these three players, I would just like to give you the name of Richa Ghosh. I
Yep.
think tomorrow will be an important day for her. How she keeps also and how she bets also. So these are the players I think will gonna play a huge role tomorrow.
At the key point, I think the last two games, Richa Ghosh is coming out really handy with the bat, and I think she is one player out of these players. Three players for RCB is going to be a player to watch out for in the final. And very well mentioned. Thank you so much for that, Vaishali. Now the predicted playing 11, I don't think so. It's a high voltage game. Teams will like to change much, but the only thing I was very confused is Minnu Mani or Atita Sadhu, but I've still gone with the Minnu Mani just considering the fact and the stat you said about Smriti Mandhana. Do you think any changes this team will have going on to the finals?
No, I don't expect any other changes apart from Titas and Minu. And I think they're still going to go ahead with Minu because we saw that teams are not preferring to give it to the Pacers the ball so
Yeah.
much. Even RCB couldn't do so. I absolutely agree that this is going to be their playing 11 for
Absolutely,
tomorrow.
because they already have a three seamers, including Murray's and Caps. So I think they will
Mm.
stick to this kind of a combination.
Oh, yeah.
And for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, a very good side again, and they will. I also expect them to stick to their opening combination. And I think Sophie Devine is once again going to go back to the opening start because she was the one that opened yesterday. But we have seen Sophie Monix as well opening. So what could be their thing?
I think RCB has three spots where they can make changes. One is Shraddha Pokharkar. So if you have not given her any ball or any over in the last match, would you like to be tempted to go with Ekta Bhist in that manner? Because DC has two right-handers batter at the top, and Ekta Bhist with the
Okay.
experience that she has, she plays for Uttarakhand and she has taken Uttarakhand to both the finals, one day also in T20 trophy also in the latest domestic season that they had. So just one more spinning option. Would you like to go with her is one thing which I have. The second is as Meghna and Disha Kasat. So you have not played Disha Kasat at her usual position. She's
Yeah.
coming at number three in her first game when the wickets were already fallen. So would you like go back to S Meghna? In Ace Meghna, I'm not sure why did they drop her because she did not do that bad. So,
Yeah.
but
Correct.
again, you are here in a typical position. The final ka match hai, and would you like to go with those changes? So it's like not giving the right message to the players. So I think they are a bit tricked here. So these are the two changes that I expect from this team tomorrow.
Okay, on a high voltage final, are we going to expect more than one change? Is Poker? I think that is one place Shraddha for her because she didn't get any overs yesterday, but it could be a ploy that they can hold her up because in case required against a left-handed seamer if Delhi struggle, that could be one stat that we looked into. That sums up the predicted playing 11 as well. Moving on to the final discussion, Vaishali, I have a question for you, a quiz question, and here is your question which you need to answer, which is Delhi were 79 for 9 in the WPL final versus Mumbai Indians last time. Who were the two batsmen who helped DC reach to 131 with a partnership of 52 runs in the final wicket? Seems you're pretty much confident. Give me your answer,
No,
please.
I'm not. I'm not confident. To be honest, I'm not too good with the states sometimes. But yeah, I would like the viewers to give us the comment. What they think could be the answer of this. But I'm not too much confident to be honest. So you can go ahead and give the answer, please.
Okay, I'll just wait 10 seconds. If anybody knows the answer, can chip in with that. But these two players are still currently playing for the Delhi Capitals, is what I can say. Currently in the playing 11 as well. So that could be the only hint I can give you. And it's time Vaishali announced the answer. That is Radha Yadav and Shika Pandey were the two batsmen that played last season and got them to that 50-run partnership. 131. Eventually they couldn't defeat, but Similarly, yesterday we saw a 50-run partnership between George Veram and Elise Perry, and they somehow got to that 135 mark and they successfully defended. So it's going to be a close game, a game of fine margins, and that sums up the show as well. Thank you so much, Vaishali. That concludes the show. It was a wonderful having you, but it's time for you to predict where this is the pendulum heading towards. Is it blue or is it red tomorrow?
I think Delhi Capitals will gonna win it. That's my prediction for
That
tomorrow.
is your
They're gonna,
prediction.
yeah. What about
Okay.
you?
I'm pretty much confident, but about Delhi because, as I said, Meg Lanning, a big match captain, and I think last season they missed out on winning the championship against Mumbai Indians. I think one time they've already missed. I'm not expecting them to do the same mistake twice. So I'm expecting Delhi to be getting their first trophy in the hand and Delhi to win the finals against RCB. But wish both the teams all the best. Thank you, Vaishali, and thank you to all the viewers who have watched this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire as well. And till then, thank you so much. Enjoy tomorrow's final between Delhi and RCB. Till then, thank you so much, and bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having us.